Our next question is from a viewer. What are the biggest red flags you notice when touring a home?
I think one of the biggest ones is water in the basement
Yeah.
or really strong musty smell.
Yeah.
That's obviously evident here in Manitoba.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find like if the place is really unkept, there's probably deferred maintenance elsewhere.
True.
Depending on the property though, like if it's an estate sale or something, you might give a little more grace.
I would say too, if it looks very, very pretty and they bought it 2 months ago and it didn't look very, very pretty.
History.
It's like
And there's
a
no
flip,
permit
like
history.
somebody,
No permit history, yeah.
like again, just check that history. And again, not every house you're going to be able to get a whole bunch of history on.
Yeah.
But if the short 1 year span of history that you do have is not the greatest, and then the home looks amazing, is it? Like, yeah.
I agree with all that.
I think it also like depends on era of home, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're showing properties in River Heights, I'm generally focused in a different direction than if I'm showing houses in Windsor Park.
Yeah.
Right? Like just age of construction makes a big difference on what the red flags
True.
could potentially be.
Yeah.
Or what you're
very true.
specifically looking for.
Looking
yeah.
for.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, if you're in the older areas of the city, like foundations, obviously you got a lot of stone,
Yeah.
water, Amy already mentioned, but like any house, any part of the city, grading. I mean, we're in winter now, you're not gonna see any grading, but like almost every house has a grading issue.
Yeah.
It's very rare that
True.
anybody upkeeps their grading around the house.
Also, if you are looking in those older areas, the asbestos insulation or asbestos wrap, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that you wouldn't find in Royal Wood or something.
Right.
For
They're
sure.
A little bit newer, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. I will say, like a not red flag, the opposite. I can tell if a house is going to be nice on the inside or well kept and not flag as many things if they've cut their lawn on a diagonal in the summer, or based on how they shovel and if it's like perfectly to the concrete and uniform the whole way. Like there's little like tells, like you were saying, there's tells walking up, like there's tells too if it's been well maintained too.
Yeah.
I said that to a seller the other day. I was like, I knew your house was gonna be nice on the inside based on how you shoveled your front walkway and porch. Like
Yes.
I knew. But red flags, like there's a lot of
There's
things
so
that
many.
lots.
can go.
There's lots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say rodent feces, if you're seeing them in kitchen cabinets and around the house.
Or you see like 10 traps.
That just makes me think like
Yeah.
what's in behind the wall,
Well, if
right? You just never know.
If you see even one,
You never know.
I'm sure that's not the one place that most visited and then deposited and left. Yeah.
That one's a scary one for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you really can't see anything.
You can't
You don't know
see-
how
Yeah.
bad it
Yeah.
is or if it's bad at all, but tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one. Electrical always, but that's based on age, based on area.
It's funny too because it really depends. It's super house specific, right? Like if you
Yeah.
have a
It
do-it-yourselfer who knows nothing about like what to do, like sometimes you see like a newer house and they've like changed something and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
wire shouldn't go here or this shouldn't be. It's. I mean,
shouldn't
none of
be
us are
draining to your
tradespeople,
floor
but we see
drain,
enough.
yeah.
Like we see enough.
True.
I would say this is a good plug as to why you should be using a realtor.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because it's very
True.
house specific and your realtor can really tailor it to the houses that you're going into and know
Absolutely.
those red flags.
Yeah. And even new construction, like a lot of people just assume new construction is safe. Like I know showing in some of the newer areas, there are houses that aren't piled where all of the houses around them were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
They all did the same soil sample test. So like, why did some elect to do it and some elect not to do it?
Yeah.
We see that in certain areas that had heavy construction in the 1990s. I'm sure you know which area I am referencing right now, but where it's like a lot of rework done on foundations there too. Like there was just something going on with how they were building the houses this one particular year. And there's weeping tile that has had to be redone and that kind of stuff too.
It's also too like the longer you work like in the field and you get to know construction and stuff like that. Like I did a lot of work with concrete before I was in real estate. So then you see some concrete stuff and I'm like, I don't think I would touch this house with a 10-foot pole. Like we just poured concrete in -30 weather
Yeah.
and there's no heating and hoarding and like you know, like if you know, you know. If you don't know, it doesn't really matter. But like, you'll never see some of this stuff unless you're like really there at the specific time. And not all builders have the same tradespeople at the same time, and you fill the boots when you can, and you get people to do the work, and it's not always the best stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
I would say too, like back to like using a realtor, just even that experience. Yes, we're not home inspectors, but we're in a lot of houses. So just comparatively, like I can go, this one is better than this one. Like, you know what I mean? This is better, you know what I mean? So just even comparing, it's like you're only looking at, okay, this is the nicest house that you've seen in this price point.
Right.
yeah.
You can do better.
Yeah.
Right? Like just that alone.
Or you can't.
Or you can, yes, that's true, that's true.
Or this is great. You should offer on it.
And also, like you say, we're not home inspectors, but
Right.
we have probably done or been part of more home inspections than many, many other people. Like the amount that we do with clients.
And definitely more than our buyers too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we
Yeah.
have a lot we can impart just from our wealth of
For sure.
present for those, for sure.
And I love doing home inspections for that reason.
I know,
I learn
learning,
something,
yeah.
and
Every
then I
time.
can pass it along.
Every
to
Take
time.
something every time.
Every
I
time.
still learn, I agree. I learn something every single time. There's sometimes it's like something that's so tidbit, and I call Logue on the way home. I'm like, did you know this?
know?
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know. There's so many different red flags.
There
but
are, yeah.
A lot of the time, it's looking at the building as a whole.
Yes.
Overall maintenance, and then if there's one red flag here, is it related to another red flag here? Like sometimes it's like there's a whole unraveling of things in the
Oh, yeah.
house, and you're like, that stay away. But
What's your take on big trees out front or in the backyard of a house? I'm always a toss up between this. Like obviously if there's a big tree and then the foundation's a little bit, wonky,
Yeah.
Yep. then you kind of know. But
yeah,
how do you advise clients that way?
I think it's age of home, and honestly, like the one that I talk about the most is the flipping cedar trees in the front planter box that are 30 feet tall. Like
we have one.
these were. It's not right beside.
you an example.
No. You guys know what I mean. The ones that are literally planted on the foundation as shrubs in the 60s and are now 30-foot trees that are banging the eaves troughs when the wind blows. Like those shouldn't be there, guys. Like that's not good for anybody.
So is it a matter of taking it down or can you trim it?
I think ones like that are takedown.
Because the root system is so large at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. It can be opening a can of worms though too,
Yeah.
because you kill off a tree, it starts to shrivel and die. So does the dirt and ground around it. It has a whole impact on it. But obviously, don't plant anything close to your house. But
Been there
Yeah.
100 years and you're not. Are we
probably
gonna touch
okay.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
some-
also goes towards like some of the clay-lined sewer system.
Yeah, mainline
everything,
insurance,
Right? So
I would
like,
say.
yeah, it just.
Yeah.
It's like you say, it depends on the house, it depends on the neighborhood and the area, like timeline. But I honestly think if anything is a big tree within 6 feet of your house, it's probably not supposed to be there.
Here's another one. You just talked about clay sewer lines. How about a sunken front
Sidewalk?
yard,
Sidewalk.
right where your sewer line comes out? And I will say,
Yeah.
this is actually my house. I do have a little
Yeah.
sunken part in our sewer part.
You got to deal with that.
Yeah, I know.
it's
I've
coming.
been looking at it for a while, and
It's
I'm like,
coming.
what do we do here? But
I have had sellers that were like, we don't know what's wrong. We put more dirt there and it just sinks by the next year. And I'm like, well, I know what's wrong, but you want to hear what's
Yes.
wrong. Like you
need a new sewer line.
need a
You
new sewer line. Hopefully it's on
Or
the city
water
side.
line. Could be the water line too, but you
True.
would
Yeah.
probably have more issues in your house if it was the water line.
In that case, I think it was main water line. It was just a road, like,
It's you, yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it was one of those, you hope it's on the city side and not on your owner's side.
Yeah, it's under the sidewalk,
Yeah.
not in the property.
Either
Yeah.
way, it's a big fix. It's time.
It's
like
time.
it took 3 months for the city to deal with it in that case. So, but yeah, like there are telltale signs of issues. It's just you have to know to look for them. It's not a cute little landscaping feature that there's a bowl in this front yard.
Yeah.
It's a pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put bricks around it and fill it with water. Call it a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The funny thing too is that it doesn't matter what, like you said, new construction, old
Yeah.
construction, everything. There can be red flags in any
Yeah.
house,
Anything.
technically.
Yeah.
Like there could be nothing, but it's
Yeah.
very, very rare that everything is perfect. Like there's something.
There's something.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had a home inspector, like a trusted home inspector, say too that just with COVID and everything happening with COVID, houses that were kind of built during that time frame, they were getting all those, like they were passing those inspections virtually.
Yeah.
Virtually, yeah.
It's a little bit easier to kind of hide things if you know what I mean. Virtually, this is what you're looking at.
Yeah, that's a
so
good point.
he said, like, yeah, I'm like cautionary of those, and we do see
That's
some
valid.
issues. Yeah, fixable issues, like when you're talking to me and everything, right? Like, but there's issues. He said that
You're
they're
right.
finding.
Yeah, and there was also in that time, like we forget too, but like there was a boom. The skilled
Yeah.
trades were in a short supply. Like
Yeah.
people were hiring people they might not have normally hired
Yeah.
to complete the jobs, right? So I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
the quality of workmanship too overall went down.
But again, just a
With a
time
lighter
period
scent.
thing,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, I'd say like there's so many different red flags
Yeah,
to narrow
yeah,
down to
there
just a
are.
few.
For sure. It's without pinpointing like a time frame or like a
Yeah.
specific style of home or something. Like there could be a billion different little headaches or like big headaches,
Yeah.
right? Like it's so hard to tell.
The biggest red flag is not using a realtor to point them out to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.